The situation in our long-term care homes continues to get worse. The neglect and abuse of elders, of our loved ones, the quality of care consumed by greed, all have been laid bare during this pandemic. There is nothing new about this reality, just simply highlighted as we wake up every day with news of countless deaths. Over 3,000 people have died in long-term care homes, while many more are at risk as they face the dreadful conditions in these homes. That is why we have been calling for urgent action. There are 4 bills in the legislature that have passed second reading.
People who are elderly or have a disability and live in long-term care homes, retirement homes, group homes for children and adults, hospitals, and many more congregate care settings are being denied meaningful access to their designated essential family caregivers. The people that provide them love, emotional, mental, and physical support. Some people are dying alone with no one who loves them at their side. It's cruel, inhumane, and it doesn't have to be this way. Bill 203, the More Than a Visitor Act, would legislate safe, consistent, meaningful access between people living in congregate care and their designated caregivers. Families need Bill 203 passed now.
In September 2020, I tabled a private member's bill, Bill 196, entitled the Seniors Advocate Act. After seeing the horrifying realities in long-term care homes in my own riding of Kitchener Centre, and hearing from my colleagues, from frontline healthcare workers, and from the families of elders in long-term care or relying on long-term care services, we tabled the private member's bill in the hopes of drawing attention to the systemic nature of the kinds of issues that older adults are facing across this province.
We knew staffing levels was at a crisis level before the pandemic, and it's only gotten worse. And it won't get better until we actually legislate a minimum standard of care. That way we can hold homes accountable for not delivering or providing that quality of care. My bill, Time to Care, if passed, the bill would legislate a minimum of 4.1 hours of care per day per resident. And it's been over 80 days since the bill passed, and the bill is just sitting in committee right now.
Over a year ago, I introduced a piece of legislation called Till Death Do Us Part. It would keep married couples together as they enter the long-term care system. Seniors in Ontario deserve the very best.
When we get through these tough times, and I truly believe we will, we may look back at our actions, at our efforts to protect one another, especially those who are most vulnerable in our society. Our government has the power to act now. We can recall the legislature and make these policies that will save lives. Ontario deserves a government that prioritizes you. We deserve a government that listens to the people and says, no, it's not right to let seniors go without water and food or without showers for days. You deserve a government that prioritizes caregivers, prioritizes worker safety and fair wages. We can make this happen together.
Our loved ones who live and work in long-term care deserve so much better, and they need those 4 hours of care today, not in 2025, and we need to make investment to make that happen, not more broken promises.
Families need Bill 203 passed now. Doug Ford and his Conservative government must immediately call back the legislature.
It's time to call us back to the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. We've got far too much work to do.
We need the legislature to be recalled so we can get back to work and we can make sure that long-term care is a safe and secure and caring place for all seniors.